Wednesday, the 3rd of November. Sheesh, what is it? October or November?
It's November. It's November. I'm just
Sheesh,
hiding here down by the ground, everyone, because I'm
Where are you hiding
charging
from?
my laptop.
Gotcha.
So it's like the world's worst angle. So just, yeah, feel for me here. I've got a towel next to me. I've got
Don't be
some washing.
whakama. That's fine. Everything's great. Kia ora, Sophia.
Thanks,
Anyways,
Thane.
welcome to the show, everyone. We're here till 10:30. You can comment at any time or even join us in the hot seat. We're going to put the link up.
What do you
so
mean
can join
by
us.
hot seat, Thane? What does that
Well, you
mean?
can, like,
Tell us
where
more.
we sit, where you're sitting, where I'm sitting, you can also sit in a square talking to your laptop and interact with us.
Yep.
Bloody good, eh?
Tell us how.
Oh God, I'll even demonstrate it. So we've got a link that we're going to cut and paste. Pretty much I'm doing it now.
Hey,
It's
Big
just
Logie.
going-
How
Big
are
Logie's
you?
here. I'm putting it in the comment section now. Up. There you go. Michelle Hall saying hi. Big
We
Logie.
missed you the other day, Michelle.
Yeah.
You were wondering what you were doing.
Let's move on to the guests that we've got on the show tonight. Some fantastic guests. It's Wednesday, so we've got Bomber from the Daily Blog. We're going to be talking politics and our first COVID death of this round. Order up. Yep. And Mia Klitsas.
Klitsas from Moxie. She is amazing. So is Bomber. But I'm really excited to talk to Mia. I haven't spoken to him forever.
It's always nice to have a chick on.
It is nice to have a chick on. You're right. And she's from Australia and she's really gung-ho. And she's got this cool business and she's just got great chat too. So, it's going to be a good night.
Who else have we got? We got James Knox Thompson, evening team. James, hello. Good evening.
Michelle says it's been one of those weeks. Yeah, I betcha. I hear you. I thought it was like Friday and then I realized it was still Wednesday and I was just like, what? How? I'm sure it's at least Thursday.
Welcome to Wednesday, everybody, the 3rd of November. Let's check in with our fact checker. Benny Mack, welcome to the program. How are you?
I am top of the world. Absolutely freaking awesome to be here. Of course, 3rd of October. And how are you guys both doing? You well?
Yeah, great. I like the way that you said that. It was like everything you were saying was a hyperbole, but your face looked like you were depressed, or like you couldn't think of anything worse than joining us here tonight and someone had just killed your cat.
Yeah, I actually, it was me. I reversed over it in the driveway. I feel, my mood feels unaffected by any and all situations.
Yeah,
I'm feeling positively numb.
Fantastic. And you've got a big smile on like Dom DeLuise. Remember that guy?
No.
It's all great acting, Thane.
Yeah. Fantastic. Well, thanks for the Mercy appearance. We love that.
We appreciate it.
Exactly. And I tell you, as soon as the cyanide wears off, it'll all be downhill from here.
Perfect.
Fantastic.
Let's move our special guest into the main studio. Here we go. Let's do He's got his cheese cutter on, folks. He means business. Martin Bob Bradbury, welcome to the show.
Comrades, good evening to you.
Bomber, you have trimmed the bottom of your beard and it is wonderful. Is that natural or is it a trim?
It's all for the gram.
Looks good.
The Tinder profile.
Bomber has shared some news. He's off to the big leagues now. So the beard's trimmed.
Oh, hold on.
Profile pictures updated. He's landing on thick, guys.
Yeah.
Are we talking about this? Are we talking about it?
Well, it hasn't been. It's not breaking.
No.
But next week we'll break it here. We'll break it here next week.
Great.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
So
what's happening?
Let's address a few things for your good friends of the Labor government.
Mac.
we've had our first COVID death tonight.
Well, I think it was something that was always expected and always part and parcel of this pandemic. I don't think that should surprise anyone. I think there'll be a few deaths more before the end of this and before the Delta pandemic has its back broken. The good news is it looks like this government strategy of slowly decompressing and opening up so the economy can start breathing again while mass vaccinating, it looks like it's working. It looks like by the end of this month, we will have reached the plateau and it will be coming down. This is what the modeling is telling us. This is what the science is telling us. It's looking good and it's looking like it's working. I think politically, if Jacinda can deliver New Zealand a Christmas that they can recognise as Christmas, I think without mass casualties and without mass hospitalisations, if the plan works, I think that Auckland and the rest of the country will feel it's an enormous amount of gratitude, and they will be very quickly thankful. Once you gain those liberties back, I think people are a lot more grateful. Right now, people are angry. Sweet Jesus, the level of radicalization that is going on right now in New Zealand, I think, is terrifying. It's like our collective mind. The Return of the Jedi, where there's that evil sort of thing in the creature, the pit, the Salak pit, throwing people into it and they're being swallowed and consumed by it. I think that's where our mind collectively went over the last week.
Now, I've got to say, Bomber, I have a few friends in the ER, and they have reported to me confidentially, but I'm telling you this, there's been more COVID deaths that have not been allowed to be released.
Well, I think it's very, 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 very dangerous to be making those sorts of allegations without it coming through the very correct procedures. I can tell you now that this government, particularly this Prime Minister, is very, very focused on transparency at all times. And that if there were any truth to that, it would certainly not be by design, and it would certainly not be something that she would ever agree with. So I don't want to doubt your sources, comrade, but I would suggest that I don't believe that would be the case based on the people I know making the decisions that are inside there. But people are frightened. People are freaking out. They've been in de facto house arrest in Auckland now for 12 weeks. People are going a bit loop-de-loo. And I think that people who were right on the edge and who were frightened have been pushed off. And I think everyone else is just so bloody exhausted. But for those who are falling off, their radicalisation is really lifting. You look at what's happening around Auckland and New Zealand right now. If you're someone within the Jesus is my vaccine crew and you believe that the Lord is protecting you, then you see in Jacinda the Antichrist. If you're a QAnoner, you see Nazi Germany. If you're a Crystal Karen like Liz Gunn, you think that Jacinda is raping Gaia. If you're right on the woke side of the spectrum, right, then you think that this is what the Māori Party called it, a modern genocide, and it's Squid Games. The people who have been double vaxxed in the middle, who are saying, open up because I can't believe I have lost my liberty for Liz Gunn, Billy TK, and Bishop Brian Tamaki. People who have lost their businesses. All of these radicalizations see Jacinda as this terrible thing. And that's why you're seeing these eruptions of protests occurring wherever she's appearing live now. I think it was a huge mistake by her Wellington media wranglers to have allowed her to have a live interview up north that they couldn't control. That was the worst media handling in the world. The Prime Minister should never have been put in that position. The Prime Minister certainly shouldn't have had a far-right lunatic from the Steve Bannon hate network allowed to ask her questions like that. And so, and because that exploded up yesterday, what happened today, as soon as it was announced where she was going, 250 anti-vaxxers turned up and went nuts. And they're going to continue playing this. And I think it is a remarkably stupid decision to allow Jacinda to come to Auckland next week. I know the political push is that they feel they've lost some ground in Auckland because we've been locked down and she hasn't been here. But with the level of radicalisation that's been going on over the last fucking 72 hours, a week, I just think it would be like driving Kennedy to Dallas. I just think that if she's out and about and some lunatic from any one of these fringe groups takes a pot shot at her, sweet Jesus, we're in trouble as a country then.
Then again, I mean, it may be a dildo or some horse shit.
You know, hey, maybe. But when people start seeing the thing that they hate as the worst, when it's the Antichrist, when it's Nazi Germany, when it's raping Mother Gaia, any response to that is legitimate. It's not just a throw a dildo because I don't like your policy. It's you're the most evil thing in the world. And I think that kind of radicalization leads to really dangerous outcomes. So I hope to Christ she doesn't come to Auckland next week.
We are with Martin, Bob and Bradbury from the Daily Blog. If you've got a question, please throw it in the comments and we'll ask him as our time with him continues. Big Logie says, it's most likely other illnesses being escalated via COVID infection. Then as a result, they don't die of COVID, but of other illnesses being... It's almost like how, what's his name, Liberace died. You know, was it pneumonia get you?
Yeah. No, that's a good analogy.
Rock Hudson, another one. Yeah, they all went the same way. It's a shame. Hey,
do you think though that it's quite interesting that we're finally getting to a point in New Zealand where we do have these two sides who are really kind of opposing views, and it just hasn't been that way for us for such a long time, if ever, maybe. But I mean, something like that would be considered completely normal over in the States. You know, they're very, very clear lines between Democratic and Republicans. And they're happy to fight tooth and nail to prove their point, and they're 100% loyal. It's interesting that, you know, when we have that here, it's just such a foreign concept, and it is quite scary, isn't it?
Well, it's dangerous when you can't agree on the same facts. Look, we're going to disagree as human beings. That's part of the beauty of being human beings. Some people are going to hold on to certain values. Other people are going to view those things with as much value, but maybe different levels of value. And that's okay. We should not see disagreement as a bad thing. That's a natural part of a Western liberal progressive democracy. Blessings upon it. But the problem comes in when you have a completely different set of facts. If part of the people who you're arguing with refuse to accept and believe that 2 + 2 = 4, if in fact 2 + 2 can equal whatever they say it equals, when that happens, that's incredibly dangerous because there's no way to rationally interact or debate with those people. I mean, today there were people outside, just consider this for 30 seconds. There were people outside her turning up at a vaccination centre to help people get vaccinated, and the protesters were screaming that she was guilty of crimes against humanity. Crimes against humanity. I mean, that's a level of crazy.
She started COVID apartheid in this country, you know? That's another one that's going around.
What is COVID apartheid?
Well, vexed or non-vexed, you know.
Yeah, the idea is that we're creating a subclass. And this is important. This is really important, and it's an important message that we who have been double vaxxed, we who believe in the science, we who consider ourselves the rational ones in all of this, right? We're the smarter ones and what have you. We who are so self-righteous in our knowledge, which is also completely self-justified, don't get me wrong, for us to just shit on these people and make them into an underclass is fucking dangerous. These are 10% of our population. They are our whānau, they're our friends, they will always be New Zealanders, and we never want to get to a state where it's segregated, right? That's where nobody wants that. Not for them, not for us. we want those people to be able to continue living, and we want them to be safe. Jesus, that's all we want, right? We don't want them to suffer. We don't want them to be punished. But they have to understand that by not taking the vaccine, they put themselves at a risk, and we have to move on with the economy, right? We've got to allow businesses to make some money. We've got to allow other things to go on, and we can't hold back because they think it changes their DNA, or they think that it makes them magnetic, or they think that it's an airborne demon.
However, you've got to respect the fact that they've got the right to express those feelings.
Absolutely.
Because the Labour government has kind of taught us that.
Yeah.
That, you know, it's okay to stand up, be kind. These people have their time in the spotlight. You know, it's their time to shine. So we give them that. And some people absorb it and kind of run with it, which is a little bit weird. Hey, but she is going to be blocking the Auckland border in summer. We all get out, but you can't leave if you're not vaccinated. So
right.
So does that include Waiheke?
Well, you're vaxxed. We're all good for Waiheke. Don't worry about that. Yeah, it's within Auckland. We're not suffering. Sweet. Yeah. Hey, let's check in with our comments, man. Fact finder.
Benny.
Exciting stuff, everybody. Yep. Exciting stuff here. Obviously, if you want to do anything in the future, you're going to have papers. You're going to have to scan everywhere you go, and make sure that you're healthy and well and not dangerous to be around.
Don't be dangerous. Don't be dangerous
to be around, because that could be threatening for you. So everybody get out there, get spiked, and don't be dangerous.
Thank you very much.
We all know what that leads to.
Absolutely, deplatformed. Yeah.
Now, Jen McGrath, yes, it is.
What?
It is the Moxie tampon founder on tonight. She is fantastic. She is coming on at 9:40, and she is more than happy to answer your questions. So just sit tight and enjoy some political convo. She'll be up soon.
This is a second founder in a row for the show tonight. Fantastic. Back with Bomber Bradbury. I mean, what I like there, you've got a very 90s TV, very 345 live camera angle going on there.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah. Don't you reckon, Bomber? Isn't that kind of like a blast from the past? That kind of zany, wacky camera angle?
Yeah.
That is such a great reference. Just, wow. 345 long. I mean, old school.
Yeah, absolutely. Fenella and Ricky Morris.
Yeah.
I'm just sitting. I'm on the floor. I'm going to move soon. I'm preparing to take off and sit on the couch. But I just wanted to make sure my laptop was charged.
Yeah. Coming up, Rock Quest winners Anika Moa joins us on the couch here at 345 Live. Don't go away. And
whoa.
Yeah, that's it. Perfect. Hey, okay, so Jacinda is, she's had a hell of a week. And the memes going on social media right now are fucking crazy. What does she do for her mental health? Who checks in with Jacinda? We got her, she's got a baby, she's got a husband, she's paying her rates, she hasn't been home, she's living in Wellington, which is her home, but not really her home. What do you think she does for, she can't take time off, people want her all over the country. Any word on what's going on in that camp to keep her kind of not crying?
The level of pressure and stress that they've all been under since this pandemic started, it's never ending. It is a marathon. They have to bring their A game to everything. The stress levels are through the roof, I think, for a lot of and there's a high amount of burnout. But everybody knows they've got to be on their game every single day to try and get through this. So they take it all very seriously. I think that it has surprised the Prime Minister and has surprised her staff how quickly and the speed with which the anti-vax thing has turned and become so visible. I don't think that they appreciated outside of Wellington that people in Auckland have gone a bit loop-de-loop. That the stress. This is the 12th week now in under de facto house arrest. We've got another 4 weeks of this, and it's really burning through good people left, right, and centre, and the desperation and the panic only gets longer. So everyone understands how enormous the bloody the risks are in screwing this up. But I think they've been surprised by the speed with how it's turned, and I think that will hurt her. She works so insanely hard to be kind and genuine in her concern and her being liked, that's actually quite a big deal. I think this will be quite a hard psychological blow for them. I think all of them, they've been surprised by how quick this turned. And that's why I think that they have made some strategic thoughts about where they should go, particularly in visiting Auckland next week, which I think that they're not understanding what's going on the ground, that the anger and the resentment. And a lot of people, I think, still support Labour. Let's be quite clear. The last Roy Morgan poll that came out, Labour still on a staggering 39%, right? Yes, they've taken a tumble, but not anywhere near we all would have thought for 1.7 million who have been locked under house arrest for 2 years, right? So there is a lot of frustration and anger out there, but most people are still of the feeling this hurts, but this is what we're going to have to do, right? We can't get to a situation where the hospitals explode and, Granny and Grumpy are dead and Mum and Dad are sick in hospital. Nobody wants that, right? Nobody wants that, and we all understand that. So with fingers crossed, this strategy looks like it's working. We could be out of this by the end of this month. And if that happens, once we get our liberties back and our freedoms back to some degree, Aucklanders, I think, will be very forgiving and they'll bounce back,
Well, you've got, we've all got cabin fever. Have you second-guessed yourself? Have you gone, maybe this COVID isn't as bad as we all think it is? Nothing's really happened so far, but we haven't let it, right? Have you kind of gone backwards in your thinking? Have you?
Oh no,
Judas?
no.
Have you Judas? Have you?
No. Here's the comparison. Here's the stats. Here, let's just put them out clear. In America, one COVID death for every 451 citizens, right? In New Zealand, one COVID death per 175,000 citizens. I mean, there's the mustard. That's the stats. Let's just go straight to the stats. We saved ourselves in a horrific loss of life in this country. We absolutely have. And yes, it's hurt. Yes, it's cost us. But sweet Jesus, we were lucky we got this break, I don't think that human beings understand exponential growth because we so rarely see it, right? In our day-to-day lives, in our linear lives, in our seconds, hours, minutes, days lives, we don't see exponential growth. So we can't understand, not many people have died, or one person gotten sick, and that's because if you let it get away, boom, it's over. It just washes you out, right? And that's what happened overseas. So no, I have no doubt that we dodged the bloody bullet.
Well, we've got a message here in from Stephen Gallagher. It's not only cover, it's the shit.
Not only COVID, it's the shit fucking weather as well. We're always drained this time of year, especially because we can't jump in a plane. I second that. Yeah. I wholeheartedly second, third, and fourth and fifth that the weather is shit. It's
Oliver
so annoying.
Finley Smith says very good analysis. That's to you, Bomber. We've got Anal with Clark. That's disrespectful. And Tracy Wheeler, I bet she smokes weed. Look, all again behind closed door stuff, personal life stuff.
That's personal, guys. It's personal.
Exactly.
It's guesstimations.
Yeah. One more from Hayden Brown. What level do the strip clubs open up? I'm trying to help these girls get their law degrees.
Oh, yuck.
What a fantastic. Yeah.
So much.
Keeping the economy going. Thank you very much, Hayden.
Where's Sebastian Dello this evening?
He's kind of weirdly, I think he's quit because
he keeps getting drunk and embarrassing himself, and then we talk about it the next day.
Yeah.
But that's 90% of your show.
Yeah.
Well, that wasn't the aim. That wasn't the aim. It was a forceful takeover of 90% of the show.
Look, I say come
I
back.
want 'em, though.
We need that Trevor Dallo. We need him.
Yeah, I'd like to see him back
We need-
on the
We
odd
need
show
to
here.
pepper him in for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know what he's up to, but I do feel like he is taking it hard. The old lockdown thing. Last time.
Look at the Dallo. He's a great man.
Yeah, he is a great man.
A juggler.
Bomber, it is always great to hear what you have to say. You make a heck of a lot of sense, unlike politicians who talk bullshit. Now, speaking of bullshit, I haven't really heard from Judith lately. What's going on there? Is she on holidays?
I think that she is spending most of her energy fighting a rearguard action amongst her caucus who just want her gone. They can see no light at the end of the tunnel. They're not getting any push through. They're not getting any cut through. Judith's gone feral on some things. Like, she'll say some things on Twitter that you go, oh, sweet Jesus. It's so over the top. And you're like, okay, that's fine if you're doing, mean burns on Twitter, if you're some celebrity or some dickhead or what have you. But you are on the running to be the Prime Minister of New Zealand, to lead us at a time of a crisis and emergency, and you're doing sick burns against them. Whoa. And I think the problem for them is that they can't win centrist voters back, right? They're just both fighting with ACT over the most extreme voters. And that's a small pool, And they've already got that pool. All men over the age of 60 who called Jacinda Cindy, right? Those guys. They've got that vote locked up. They need to expand to the rest of the community. And Judith can't do that. She's terrifying.
Yeah.
It's
She's
the eyes,
out of
isn't
touch. Out of touch, I think.
Yeah, I mean, when people are feeling scared, do you put a werewolf in charge? I don't think you do. I don't think you go, yes, I'll have the blood-sucking corpse monster run things while I'm feeling scared, thanks. That's no. They want a cuddle and they want to be told everything's okay. And that's what Grant and Jacinda do. They come over, they give us a cuddle and they say, come on, guys, let's keep going. Whereas Judith would come over, you'd be on the ground, she'd kick you in the head and say, get up, you weak little shit.
That's true.
Yeah.
I can envision that clearly.
She's almost like a 1980s school principal, or not the principal. She's the one under the deputy principal and desperately wants to be principal. And so, she's outspoken in the meetings and in the assemblies. And she, for me, she's great in short bursts, but when she's a minister, not necessarily running for Prime Minister. When she was Crusher Collins, perfect. Short burst, made it on the news. She got 40 seconds, and that's the end of her. But now...
Judith Collins is like cocaine, right? You just want a little bit.
Oh, yeah. Just
a little bit. Because too much, overdose. Oh,
exactly.
Everyone's dead at the party.
You know who I'm impressed by, and I just want to quickly get to Amber, who's not Amber, it's a guy using a girl's name. Sorry, now I'm on the right channel. May I speak freely? You may. Send us a text. Tracy Wheeler's having a little bit of a lull. I love that. Hipkins. I like Hipkins. I think he says good stuff. He's concise. He doesn't muck around like sometimes I find Jacinda takes a long time to get to the punchline. She'd rather drive safely than get there on time and not get on time or whatever. But Hipkins, he just kind of gets it out of there because he looks like he's always on his way to something.
Chippy is his nickname. Chris Hipkins is one of my favourite politicians. He is incredibly smart. He is always nice. I mean, Jesus, he has been grilled this year like no other minister has. And he has been able to deliver concisely, with a bit of humour, real information, incredibly tense moments in a way that I think marks him as one of, I would put him in the pantheon of ministers of the entire country. He's that good.
Yeah. And you know what? I reckon he could almost step up to be Deputy Prime Minister. I mean,
absolutely. people would ask him to because they have that much love and respect for the guy. And he doesn't have an ego. You know, he's one of those very few within Parliament who does it because they believe in public service. He's a great guy.
Shit, he's one of these guys doing it for the right reasons.
Yeah. And that's what you want at a time like this, right? Someone who actually aspires to public service in times of crisis. Jesus, how lucky are we that we got this group?
Jen McGrath, Hipkins shirks his way out of anything. But with that said, why the hell is this little shit the health minister? He's a waste of fucking space. Jeez,
she
Jen.
didn't swearsy.
I'd add fucking space in there for impact.
I feel he's holding back. I don't know. What does he really feel about Chris?
Yeah, well, you either like him or hate him. And you know what the thing is, if you hate a person, you start hating what they look like.
But she's talking about Andrew Little, is that right? She said, why the hell is Little still the health minister?
Oh, right, Andrew Little.
Okay.
I've got it again. I got a personal relationship. I got a soft spot for Andrew Little, another favourite. I think he's very funny.
Oh, right, yes. People picked up on my name. I'm going to change my name over here. People are freaking out. Sorry, guys.
They don't like it. They want to know your name.
Yeah.
Put your right name up. We've got enough second guessing going on around here. We need facts.
Absolutely. Well, Benny, Andrew Little, correct. Yes, there you go.
Bomber, what happens when you say we're potentially free at the end of November? Do you mean heading into red light?
Oh, yeah. I mean, once, I think the vaccination rate we will hit 90%, double vaxxed within 3 weeks. Fingers crossed. Come on, God, come on. I think we'll hit it. Once we hit that, as long as you've got your passport, vaccine passport, you'll be able to go back shopping. You'll be able to go back to restaurants. You'll be able to go back to all the parts of life that we had before. Shops will reopen. Business will reopen. You just got to show your vaccination papers. Once you got those, off you go.
Okay, presto. You know what? Actually, I want to go back to Jen McGrath because I think she's got a little bit of a point. Andrew Little, apart from the odd snippet on the news here and there, he ain't up to jack shit. I agree. What's going on there?
What? I mean, he's rebuilding.
He's the health minister, right? This is his show, but Hipkins and everybody else are fronting it. He even rolled out, what's the Māori guy's name? What's his name?
Jackson.
Māori guy.
Māori minister. The other guy, you know, I forget his name. I don't know. But I'm just saying, I'm not seeing a lot of Little. Where's Little?
Right,
Explain Little's
There's very little of Little.
So you've got to remember, he is running the entire reorganisation of the entire health system from all those DHBs into one public service, right? Service. So he's out the back rebuilding the entire health system while Chippy's doing all of the health pandemic stuff, right? So that's the way it is. He's got his hands full. Trust me. He's got his hands full.
Okay, so he's got his
Tracy
hands full.
Wheeler said, what's up with this Three Waters thing? What's that?
Oh, that's okay. So Three Waters. Okay, so the reactionary people. Oh, it's about stealing the water, and the Maoris are gonna have a say. And blah,
Right.
blah. What it is that there are a whole bunch of regional councils all over the country who are shit at running their water supply, right? Who are shit at running their sewage supply, and who are shit at running all of their wastewater. And so what the government has come out and said, if we want to have healthy rivers, if we want to have clean water, we need to run it, and it's a de facto nationalisation of the water assets, right? So that they can't be privatised, and so that you can't, you've got a say on stopping all of this bottled water going overseas, and you get to upgrade all of the infrastructure. So you've got clean water and you've got better sewerage. So I'm totally in favour of just hurry up and do it. I mean, I think the government's being weak by going, we'll sit down and we'll build a new structure, then everyone will have a say in it, blah, blah, blah. I'm saying just take it under the Public Works Act. Just
because people can come over from anywhere around the world and get a license to put our water in a bottle and ship it over to whatever country they want to. It's insane.
goodness sake. On a global warming planet where fresh water is increasingly going to become just such an incredibly important resource, we shouldn't be giving it away to anyone.
No, not
But
at all.
can I just say, guys, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to start with our bloody water, and they're going to improve that. And then they're going to buy the bloody supermarkets, and they're going to start breaking up a duopoly, and then they're going to do the same thing to bloody gas.
Yeah,
they're going to do the same thing.
About time. It's not communism by stealth if everyone's crying out for it. What's actually happening, right? All of those things you talk about, what's actually happening is New Zealand was built on a neoliberal free market deregulation sort of utopia that allowed the market to do whatever it wanted to do. And of course, the market does what it wants to do. And what the market wants to do is become a monopoly. So you just get really rich, powerful companies at the top who fuck over you and me. The banks, ANZ made $1 billion last week. Fucking Westpac walked out with another 1.5 billion in profits. Screw these guys. Screw these rich corporations. You guys have to pay tax through the nose, right? And everything you do is tax. But the multinational big duopolies, because of the unregulated market, they get to walk away with these billions in profit. I say bring more regulation in, make it cheaper for you guys, right? Make your grocery buying cheaper, make it a better for the workers who are working there, and also give local producers a better deal rather than all that money go to those duopolies. Fuck them.
Which is a lovely sentiment, but I don't know if I'd quite like it if it came like with communism included as a package.
But it's not communism. It's functioning capitalism. It's actual.
I honestly think we should have that. People shouldn't be able to be making that kind of money. It's insane.
That's what happens when you don't have a regulated market. All us on the left, apart from my friend here, but all of us on the left, all we're saying is surely if we live in a capitalist society, it should be a well-managed capitalist society, right?
Oh, yeah,
rules
for sure.
and regulations so that the richest amongst them can pay for all of the infrastructure that you and I need.
Yeah.
Pretty simple, guys.
Okay. Hey, who's the guy on the right? Sophia wants to know.
I don't want to know. I already know.
Santa
I don't know.
He's the anti Santa Claus. He takes toys from the rich children.
Fantastic. It's like big fun.
Marks.
Yeah. Here you go. All right, Bombs. Hey, just quickly, who is your friend in the pick, Bomber? Oh, so
We just answered that one. Amber would like to also say to you, Thane, that she is not a man and she doesn't know where you got that from. She is the person who wanted to burp the alphabet, and she's just been asking you where to find the actual clickable link.
Oh, the clickable link, Amber, is in the comments. And so, yeah, so just go check it out. It's been loaded up now, and you can do it. Hey, Bombers, just quickly before you got to go, because we've got to go guests coming up. What are you reading? What are you listening to? How are you forming this? I mean, you going to the young Labour summer camps? How are you getting all this brainwashing? What are you reading? What are you listening to?
I think he says, where are you getting your information? How are you distilling it into an opinion?
This is I'm the majority of it is from open sources that anyone else can get hold of, and also just you build up a network over all these years working in political circles, and you get to hear the thinking and the rationale and the thoughts and the processes behind a lot of the ideas and a lot of the policy settings that are going on. And it gives you an oversight that you're able to then provide insight for others. And I go, oh, that's why that's happening.
Right, okay. I just thought like 9 to noon on national radio or something. But...
Oh, that's a bit of I bang my head when I listen to Radio New Zealand.
Look,
yeah,
guys,
fair enough.
I'm moving. My legs.
She's moving.
Yep.
I'm saying goodbye. Thank you very much. One message for you, just to kick you in the ass on the way out.
Yes.
From Jen, I listened to you, Bomber, back in Channel Z days when I was quite young. I never would have picked you as a lefty cheerleader.
Really? Wow. I think the entire 7 years was cheering to the left. I'd be surprised if I was a right winger.
Yeah, you're planting seeds way back then, weren't you?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I was.
Yeah. All right, David King is at Karl Marx. Yeah, thank you very much. Hey, Bombs, I will see you next week and have a great rest of the week.
Great as my friend. Be well, guys. Have a great night.
Thank you,
See you later, Bomber. Nice to see you.
It's great having Bomber on. Amber, who is a lady, a girl, a lady, a woman. Okay, so I'm not wearing makeup, ha ha ha, so don't judge me. And do I dare be the one that turns a mature chat into a party trick chat? I say, yeah. I mean, why not? Go to it, guys. Jen, really, you're a legend then. Old times have changed. She's not happy with Bomber, that's for sure. Another message. Bye, Bomber. See you next week. Cheers, Bomber from Hayden. And intense but current is the other message there. Our next guest is up, everybody. Let's go meet her.
Yay.
G'day, Mia. How's it going?
Hello, it's good. How are you?
Very
Very
well.
good, thank
You
you.
look gorgeous.
That's very kind. It's yeah, it's been a long day, but thank you. I've got my wine in hand, so all is well. All is well when there's a wine in
Good,
hand.
good.
How are you both? Good.
Oh, good. You know, I feel I've just had a shower, put some nice moisturizer on, you know, feeling cleansed. It's
Yeah.
I'm
good.
hoping that's me in an hour or two.
Yeah.
Now, Sophia's internet. Whilst we can hear you, Sophia, you're sitting back in your lounge chair and you've got a big smile on. Are you seeing
Oh.
that as well, Mia? She's kind of frozen in time a little.
No, she's
No?
moving for me.
Oh,
Oh,
God,
She's
that's
blinking
really
and
good.
moving,
Internet.
and she moves.
Oh, it's my
Excellent.
internet.
It's your
Excellent.
internet. Okay.
Okay,
Well, that's fine.
off you go.
So, hey, you've launched something pretty exciting. You've gone into organic. So, for people that are
Yeah.
watching and people have been asking when you're coming on, it's very exciting. You're the founder of Moxie, tampon period care. How would you explain
Yeah,
it?
period care. Period
Period
care.
care.
Perfect.
Yeah,
yeah,
available in New Zealand through Chemist Warehouse.
it is.
That's where I
yeah.
get mine. I buy all my stuff as Moxie.
Amazing.
And you've just you've launched the organics. Tell us about it.
Yeah, so we've gone into more progressive period care. So we like to think of ourselves as a progressive company, and part of that is just being a bit more mindful of the planet, not only of ourselves and the products that we use, but just being conscious of the impact that we're having. So yeah, our new organics range is a lot softer on the planet, but equally as strong on your period, I like to say.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's mostly biodegradable, made with biodegradable certified organic cotton, and we don't use any plastics or synthetics whatsoever. So recyclable papers and just things that are a little lighter on the planet, but that still obviously give you a really good product for that time of the month. So yeah, it's exciting. It's just gone into Chem Warehouse New Zealand, if not
Excellent.
yet, any moment. So
Yes.
hope
Well done.
you're all seeing it there soon. But yeah, it's really exciting. It's
How long was that in the pipeline for, Mia? Because it takes so long to do all that sort of stuff, and like even just organizing a whole new range of, I don't know, one SKU would be huge. That's for me.
it is. It's a ride, and especially in the middle of a pandemic. It's funny. People are like, "So how was lockdown for you?" And I was like, "Yeah, we just launched like 10 new products. It was a nightmare." But it's always challenging, right? And throw in a global pandemic and all the crazy things that come with that into the mix. But it's been a couple of solid years in the works. 2 years really sort of from like, okay, we've got a product, let's refine it, and make it as as eco as we can, whilst still having a product that's like accessible and reasonably priced. Because there's no point having a really great product that people can't, not everyone can afford to buy. So, even though it's sort of been 2 years, it's there's years before that even, just in the ideation phase. But we made it. We're really pleased. But it doesn't stop here. I think there's always new ideas, and we're always looking to be better.
That's what I wanted to talk about. Mia. You know how like toothpaste and toothbrushes and shavers are always going, we're adding this new thing, 10% more with development. How did you develop how do you improve your product?
I call it flavor rotation. It's not the right term, but it's what I call it. And it's like what you were describing. It's like, and say in our category, the equivalent might be pads with wings, pads without wings, pads with these special, anti-whatever channels, leak channels. And I don't know, I've just always been really firm on providing kind of like one product in each like subcategory that just does what it's meant to do, and we make it as best as we can. And if we think of something new or technology presents itself, or if we can develop something, then we change what we've got. We don't necessarily just launch lots of different things, because it's confusing. It's confusing enough, like trying to shop these products. And so we just want to make it easy. So
we've got a couple of questions for you through the messages. Also, Amber, just wait where you are there, Amber. We'll come to you in a couple of seconds there, Amber. Jen McGrath says, okay, first question, since I'm laying it on thick tonight prior to this, I was a huge fan of your products from a young age. It's a real struggle here in Wellington to find your products. I've Googled for weeks. Also gutted you got rid of the original
tins. She still has the original tins.
Tins. I love those.
Different colour. So I've got them in there.
Yes, we do. So we do still have the tins. The tins are currently only available on our website because we found that most people have got Moxie tins. People have accumulated so many of them over the years. For those who don't know, I guess Moxie was really all about refillables. So we offer refillable tins that you can put your tampons in. So they are still available on our website, but I think we will bring them back. I never say never. They'll definitely make it back. They'll be back. But we are in Pen Warehouse around New Zealand, so you will find.
Hey, there was a company that did advertising, and you know how with tampon advertising, the liquid's always blue. They changed theirs up to red, and they got in big trouble. What are your thoughts on that?
Again, it's all part of period progress. It's just like, since when was a period blue? Honestly, it's just. I just think it further stigmatizes a conversation that we just should be having, and I just think so many people experience this. It shouldn't be seen as something that we hide. I'm not saying we have to shout about it from the rooftops necessarily, but it's it's okay to talk about it. We don't have to mask it and make it something it's not. So I'd say good on them. Yeah.
Absolutely.
All for some period pride.
It's sort of it's normal. I don't understand.
Exactly.
I have got one of the tins here, Jen.
Yeah, that's a
your
newbie.
address. I'll send you one of my tins because I have two.
And I'll send you another, Sophia. Thank you for paying it forward, passing it on. I'll send you another.
Fantastic. We got being half Aussie. So you're coming in from Aussie, basically, aren't you?
I am. I'm in very rainy, humid Melbourne. I know. You can tell my hair never survives the humidity, but we're very pleased to be out of the world's longest lockdown. So all is well with the world.
That was unbelievable.
Wild. Yeah, crazy.
How long were you there for? Like 4 months or something?
Like 11,200 days. Like it went forever. It just felt like it was forever. It apparently is the longest. We did have the longest lockdown apparently of any city in the world, which I don't think is a very good claim to fame. I'd rather be known as like the home of Moxie or something.
Yeah, obviously. We're in day. What are we in now? Day 79 or something?
Going.
It's rank.
Brutal. Yeah.
It's so gross. Like there's just everybody's squeezed in and sort of when you've got kids or you've got work to do and all that sort of stuff, when you just go for your walk and try and get some air, and it's just not the same as living your life.
It's not, is it? Yeah.
No,
it's definitely not. But you'll get there. We did, and New Zealand generally do it better than we do. So I've got every faith that you'll get there.
Absolutely. Couple of messages here. Selena Spain, period poverty support for New Zealand girls in schools is a major breakthrough in recent years. What's your thoughts on that? Free period, stuff for people in schools.
Look, I wholeheartedly agree. I think everyone has the right to experience their period with dignity, with comfort, and arguably some people say it shouldn't be a privilege, but for those of us who do have easy access to it, it kind of is. It's something we take for granted. But period poverty is very, very real. Even developed countries like New Zealand and Australia have an issue with it. And so I just think we've all kind of got a bit of a sense of responsibility to be talking about these things and ensuring that everyone's got adequate access, whether that is through programs or anything like that. But we do quite a bit of that. We do it not only in Australia but overseas as well, and we support where we can. But it's definitely real. Unfortunately, yeah, it's happening.
Tracy Wheeler, just Googled your product. They look amazing. I'm going to buy some next week. Love the tins and the little baggie for the pants.
I will look out for that, and I'll pack up myself and I'll write you a note, Tracy. I'll look out for that order. Thank you.
See,
Fantastic.
Isn't she amazing, guys? Isn't she amazing?
Oh, stop! That's so kind. No, I
Raving
love this. Like, it's funny because people are like, so what do you actually do? What's your actual job? I'm in the thick of it. Like, I could be from 1 minute negotiating like a retail deal, and then the next minute, I'm in the warehouse and I'm packing boxes, or I'm, whatever. I just think I feel really grateful that I get to touch like all parts of the business. I think it's important to just know what's going on.
Common, right? Like, I remember when we first started talking, this would have been a couple of years ago, and we talked about all the different touch points in the business when you were sort of helping me with mine. And I just thought, God, this is incredible. This woman's doing everything. And it was really inspirational. And it's actually given me almost a roadmap for something that I'm doing. I've got, obviously, I've got Daily Wellness. And I watched sort of what you were doing and how you were supporting other business owners. And I've been able to sort of branch out and make an agency that does sort of helps with other people, consulting and things like that as well. And sort of just as you learn more about businesses and how to be integrated in them and do everything, it's such a blessing. I wouldn't want to do only one part. Is that how you feel?
Definitely. I started Moxie 16 years ago, and I was very young and very green. Arguably, I'm still green, not so young anymore, but still a bit green. But I just think that's one of the great things about being able to sort of do your own thing is to touch all the different parts of it and to continually be challenging yourself and learning. And you never stop. And I'd always said early on, people always ask me about my exit strategy, and I'm like, oh gosh, I barely started. I haven't even thought about that. But I just think if you're constantly doing different things and challenging yourself, then the road is long. And I'm still here 16 years later. So I think it's good to mix it up.
Fish as well. Like, you are ranged in so many places. Like, it's incredibly impressive. Chemist Warehouse, New Zealand, Australia. I mean, you've got stockists out the gate. Amazing. And you still have time to be mentoring other people's businesses, doing all sorts of other things. And I'm like, and then you're packing an order and you write me a note personally. I'm just like, oh my God.
I did pack your box. I genuinely did pack your box.
So cool.
But I love it. I really enjoy it.
Are you working out of an office? Are you working off the kitchen table or a warehouse, or what are you doing there?
Yeah. So office and warehouse in Melbourne's north. So we're lucky to have our warehouse on site. So I'm often darting between the two. Moxie chocolate in hand, as Sophia can probably attest to. It's delicious. So lucky to have it all on site. But it's kind of all hands on deck, and especially like during COVID, online just went through the roof. So it was a real family and friends effort. Bless them all for helping out. But we've got there, and we're still going, which is great.
Have you got Moxie and a neon? You always know if a company's made it. They've always got a neon sign with their logo or name in it. Have you got one of those
neon. I think that's what's missing. This whole time, that's what's been missing. I need a neon.
Yeah,
our name in the lights.
Absolutely.
Neon Purple in Australia does an amazing neon.
Yes.
Yeah, I got one for Valentina, our youngest, and it was so cute. It's still cute.
Amazing.
I have not hung it in the new place. But
it's time. I think that's going to be a bit of a gift to self, Christmas gift to self.
Absolutely.
Everybody
needs one.
Yeah. Someone just said really good price. Can I just touch on that? Thank you for that point. Your stuff looks good and a really good price. It is. So this was a big part of providing a more planet-friendlier organic range that was reasonably priced. And everything is priced the same in the range, because again, I just don't think that you should have to pay such a significant amount more for a product that is organic or that is biodegradable or whatever else. So very conscious of that. Yeah.
And to do that, do you have to do massive MOQ and really put yourself out there? Yeah, because I'm like, it sounds amazing for the end user, but like as a business owner, how do you absorb that? Because it costs so much to do things like that.
It does, and especially now we've been hit really hard because of the cost of freight has
Yes.
just gone through the roof. So getting anything anywhere is just it's mad,
nightmarish.
honestly. Yeah, and look, in total transparency, this is a really low margin category. Like, you're talking about a product that's a couple of dollars to buy, and so there's not a lot of meat in it, so to speak. And so we do have to be really mindful of all our costs, and so we're always just trying to be as efficient as we can, because we don't really want to pass on any price increases to the customer. It's just we shouldn't have to. So we just we do what we can. So whether that's big orders less often, which is also less impact on the planet as well, because you're not shipping stuff around as much. So it all factors in. But these are definitely all things you need to think about constantly. So many moving parts.
Hayden Brown says, I tried to start nappies for men a few years ago. It was based as a nappy for professional lawnmowers and rugby league players.
Wow.
Yeah, okay.
If you're being serious,
Wow.
Hayden, that's interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know if
Hey,
that's
that is
a missed
interesting.
opportunity or repulsive.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, another message here from Amber. Honestly, here in the US, as far as I'm concerned, we're not really aware of other countries lacking in feminine care. Well, as she stated,
wow.
we definitely take our luxury for granted.
We do.
Well, supportability,
Yeah.
isn't it?
We do. I spent some time in Uganda in 2013, and really it was all about period poverty. So I had read about it and had been in business already for several years, and it had never really dawned on me that people might not have adequate access to period care.
Yeah.
And I read about just the extreme period poverty that was happening in Uganda. So I went over there, and it really opened my eyes. It really, really opened my eyes, like the things that go on in the world, and we just don't see it. And it doesn't mean that, I don't know, I just think everyone wants to do the right thing, but it's education and knowledge is power. And it's like, once you know these things, you can't sort of not want to do something about it. So that's why I think it's just important we all talk about it and we keep spreading that word, because that's how we're going to drive change, I think.
Totally.
Absolutely. And I love that you're doing the discussion that you are, sorry, Thane, there's just no taboo subjects, even through all your social website, even, you're putting up posters all through Melbourne. I mean,
oh my gosh, that one. You want to talk about that one? Can we say that? Can we say that on air, what we do?
Oh yeah, absolutely. You can say whatever you like.
Tell
everybody
okay,
what happened, what you
come
did.
to the right place. So so all for an open period proud discussion. And so early last year we launched an initiative called the Moxie periodic table, which is essentially like the chemical periodic table of elements, but reinterpreted for periods. And so it's a free resource, it's on our website, and it answers basically the most common questions that we get around periods and intimate health. And to launch it, I stood on top of a building right next to Melbourne's busiest train station with a massive banner underneath me that said, orgasms, stop period cramps, you're welcome.
Wow, that's awesome.
And got people talking, which is the intention. And it really is just about talking about things, all things periods, and not being afraid to. And because I think the issue really is that, because we get a lot of questions through DMs or emails all the time, and it just highlighted to us that people just are still too embarrassed to talk about these things, to the point where they're even too embarrassed to go see a doctor or a medical professional about something that may be wrong with them. And that just shouldn't be happening. We all deserve to get the right sort of support and care. So
and it's a really good example of how well you're doing things when people feel that they can trust you more than their doctor to come and ask a question.
Crazy, isn't it? I mean, it gives me all the feels. It makes me so happy and proud. But at the same time, I just think you should feel empowered and not ashamed to go and see a professional, because you deserve that. Everyone deserves that, irrespective of who they are or their socioeconomic status or whatever. I just think everyone deserves that care. So we obviously just really encourage discussion and encourage people to go and get checked and to seek help and support if and whenever they need it. Have orgasms. And look, again, it's not a one size fits all. And no, a lot of people who have conditions like endometriosis say that can make them worse, but on the flip side, it can also make cramps a hell of a lot better as well. That's been proven as well. So hey, give it a go. Give it a go. Just experiment.
Fantastic. Hey, thank you so much.
Shower on and
hit
whatever
the shower,
works
ladies.
for you. Whatever works.
We've got another
okay.
question from
Yes.
Amber. Does Moxie's site have a section or something regarding period poverty, like a way to donate to the cause or to donate products, etc.?
Yeah, so the way that we do it, so we donate a ton of stuff really frequently. We work with partners like Share the Dignity and a lot of other more grassroots type organizations. So just know that we do that a lot anyway on your behalf. But if you did want to contribute some more, we basically offer like a donation option through our subscription boxes. So if you're a Moxie Box Club subscriber, which is our period subscription box, and you decide that you don't need period products this month, you can opt to donate them instead. Or you can just opt to donate one product. So yeah, there is that option to do that on the site. So yeah,
it's so cool. I love those boxes. I'm gonna have to get into that. We've got a couple in our household, a couple of perioding. What would you call it? Would you call
people.
it period?
Just people who period. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So perioding is a thing, right?
Perioding is the thing. Well, you heard it here first. It's a thing now. Yeah.
We need to do that. We need to do that because I feel like it's actually quite a sweet little celebration of like, oh yay, we've all got a bit of cramps. Let's sit on the couch and eat chocolate. Or
we do a welcome box. We call it the Welcome to Periods box, and it's for period first timers, and it's got like a mini hot water bottle in it, chocolate, period products, and a booklet, obviously. And it's just about destigmatizing and saying like, hey, here's a cutesy way to introduce you to something that everyone's going to be faced with. It's a really fun way to do it. It's all about having a bit of fun too, not taking it so seriously. It's so scary. Yeah, it can be really daunting, and for the parents too, right? Not just for the children, but equally for parents or carers. It's a lot. Yeah,
you know what? It is a bit like that because when Sophia was kind of like told me, it was happening, and I was like, with one of our kids, I was like, "You're joking?" And how is she? Oh my god! What did you do?
It's like how old? And younger and younger these days. I mean, the average age is like 10, I think, at the moment. So
is she okay? Is everything going to be all right?
She's going to be great. She's in good hands. She's fine.
But it was great. That book that you sent was like right age appropriate, and I don't feel bad. I don't want to like out with the children for having a period, but it was really age appropriate. It wasn't too much because I'm quite a conservative conversationalist around things like that with my kids until they get to they sort of start sniffing things out themselves. But you want to be upfront about a period, and you want to be able to be giving them the facts and making it less scary, etc. And that book was like so perfect. It was just the right amount of information.
Good. So and I think you just touched on something which is really important when having these kinds of discussions, especially with younger people and kids. It's important to call things what they are. So to actually, use the right anatomical terms for body parts and things like that, because again, as they get older and they do need to seek medical support or whatever else, like it's important. But it's part of the discussion about trying not to sort of dull things down and calling things, by words that they're not, to kind of make them a bit diminutive. It's like, it just is what it is. Just call it what it is.
Exactly.
Which is what we do. But we don't sort of stray into, we leave the sex talk for the parents. We don't really, we don't go there.
I love that.
We leave that to you.
Other books that I'm like, oh my God.
It's a lot all at once. It's like, whew.
That's too much. Rip that page out.
Hey, well, thank you very much for your time, Mia. It's been a real pleasure speaking to you and getting an insight. And as you can see from our comments, we've got a lot of people who support you over here.
I'm stoked. I'm an enormous fan of New Zealand. It's actually one of my husband's dream holiday destination. We've spent a lot of time there, and it's just so nice to know that Moxie's loved there too. So thank you everyone for the support.
No worries. And me and Sophia have got a pretty shitty 2-bedroom house in the middle of Sandringham that we could probably sell you for $11 million if you ever wanted to move over here.
Seriously. You know what? I'm glad I've got my headphones in, because if my husband heard that, he'd be like, okay, we're selling up. That's it. Moxie's moving to New Zealand. I wouldn't knock it back, to be honest. It's a beautiful place. It's gorgeous. Assuming you're out of lockdown, thanks.
Oh yeah. Do not come during lockdown.
I don't want to go from one lockdown to another. Done my time. Thanks though.
No, maybe we'll come over to you. That's
a
better.
great plan. Just as long
Yeah.
as you're happy to pack some tampon boxes and some period boxes, that's all.
Absolutely.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
We'll
Good.
do it.
I'll be on the ground. I'll help out.
Wonderful. All hands on deck. Good.
Thank you very
All
much.
right,
I'll see you
well,
again.
Thank you so
Thanks
much for joining
so much.
us.
Be
It's
well.
lovely to see
Bye.
you.
Likewise.
you.
Talk
Bye.
soon.
Well, that was nice, wasn't it?
She is the best. I can't even.
Yeah.
She's just the best.
Fantastic. Hey, so we've got a caller on the line. I think we're going to go to our caller right. Hello, Amber. How are you? Amber?
I'm good,
Hi.
and I don't have headphones on. I hope that.
That's not a problem.
Hey, so Amber, you are like really in America, and you're really doing this. This is incredible. Fantastic.
Yeah, no, I been doing this for many years.
Yeah, this is so cool. So
Wow.
you're going to burp the alphabet for us. Is that right?
Yes, I mean, if you're ready for that,
We're so ready.
I'm so ready.
We're
I
so ready
can't
for
wait.
it.
This is a highlight.
just okay. I'm just gonna do it. Okay. All right. I'm gonna step outside because my kid is asleep, and I'm not gonna wake him up by doing that.
Yeah.
Okay. So I can't really practice it, so the first one might not go all the way, but trust me, the second one will.
Okay, I might do a bit of commentary while you start huffing and packing your lungs. Okay,
Oh yeah, go for it. That'd be amazing. Okay, here we
no
go.
problem.
Okay.
Okay, so this is part of the packing process where air is forcefully packed.
Elemental PQRS to UBWXYZ.
Oh, I did the first time.
Oh
Yes.
Wow.
My God.
Whoever did the impersonation yesterday, while I was talking about it, whoever did the impersonation saying this is what's gonna sound like, did it hit it dead on.
That is
was
well
amazing.
done.
That
That
was
was
amazing.
fast. Could we go for a round two on that? Let's go for a round
Okay.
two.
Please.
I will do another one, but there were times where I used to be able to actually do it twice in one burp, but
What?
Mm.
it's been a while for that. Okay.
A B C D E F G H I J K Elemental PQRS.
Oh, I let out too much air.
Oh, shit.
That
Holy.
first one was amazing, and that second
I
one
mean, I
was
can do it one time, but
a lot more well pronounced.
Yeah.
But you did, the timing was a lot more delayed.
I mean, I can do it again.
Regardless, I'd love to see that filmed in high speed.
Is there any other tricks you can do, Amber?
Well, I can fart the alphabet. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, not anything that's like one ear without twitching the other. I mean, that's just
Wow.
I learned that in class, being really bored. But I can't really.
That's fantastic.
Let's add another
look,
camera.
you've got
I mean,
fans
and I
here in
can
New Zealand now.
sing, and I mean, nowadays, like I could cook. That's kind of a trick, because
It's a good one.
it doesn't really happen anymore.
Can any of you guys like make your nose move? Like I
No.
I can do that.
you got to go like
What
this,
kind of-
guys.
I can't do it like
Like-
genie, but I can like flick my nostrils.
See how much my nose is moving right there?
Oh,
Hey,
wow.
It is moving. Well, hey, guys, I'm moving on now. Thank you very much. We'll see you tomorrow from 9. See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
It's really moving. And you're going to move too when you see this new show. Holy shit. I think we've got a promo. Fucking hell. Eh? Well, you better be inspired because you better be the goddamn show. Otherwise, I gotta log off. But, man, oh man, what a show that was. They covered all the bases. I didn't really have any period jokes. No sort of period jokes came to mind. But, man, oh man, we're at that part of the show where, all y'all start wiling out. It is we're about what's the time? 10:10. It's Talking Smack with Benny Mack. And who's excited? I say we kick off the show. Let's kick off the show. That was like a bolt of lightning to the fucking skull when you're just casually going for a walk in a thunderstorm. I don't recommend it, but man, oh man, if you want to join the show, we're taking live callers. I wish that that serial burp artist would call back because that was wild. Whoa, I didn't mean to hit the suicide hotline screen. I don't know why we've got a fucking I just deleted it. Okay, I deleted the suicide info screen because we're not talking about anything like that. But what a great show, what great guests. Bomber Bradbury, look at him, he's pointing right at you. That's where I got my move from. You know that signature move that I do? Boom, I stole it directly off fucking Martin Bomber Bradbury. But yeah, you're watching Talking Smack with Benny Mack. And we have got our first caller of the evening. Actually, well, caller's probably a bit of a understatement. She is our official show intern. And, you know, as in any working relationship, there needs to be a level of professionalism, and it needs to be kept purely professional. Otherwise, what happens? Throw the dog a bone. Here we go. Selena, Spain, you're live on the air. How's your day? How's life in your world?
Well, I'm good. Thank you for asking. How about you?
Oh, well, thank you for asking. I'm doing well. And have you seen the new show promo? Did you see that?
Yeah, was that us from last night?
That was produced for the show. We actually got you know how the government's handing out all these media handouts?
Yes.
50, you know, the government handed out $50 billion worth of media handouts. So what we did is I filled out some forms, clicked some...
a lot of forms.
Filled in a lot of forms.
Yeah.
And we got $50,000 and I produced this.
Yeah, I can't see it.
There you go, interactive chat. There you go, it's with Benny Mack Talking Smack and your brother Recap Dave. We're going to have him on the show shortly. And who's that? Who's the intern? Selena Spain. Oh God, Selena Spain. You better look out. Selena Spain's watching you through your window while you sleep at night.
Shut up.
It's such a great show, though, isn't it? Isn't it entertaining, fun, enlightening, exciting, educational, and it's informative, and it's not fake news, and it's not the real news either. I'm not even reading the news, but we've got these. We've got some sort of. Oh no!
You've got a few guys in the chat, right?
Well, we've got a sexy webcam guy that's tried to take over our chat, and we can't. Look, buddy, webcam HDXYZ online strips without clothing. Well, it wouldn't be strips. Actually, technically, stripping is the act of removing the clothing. So without clothing, it's just nudity. Okay, so we're going to
Well,
add to the block list.
Yeah, I just had something.
Blocked him.
Oh, good. Yeah, otherwise, the other viewers can easily report dangerous people.
Okay, perfectly. Okay,
Yeah.
and hey, Selena Spain, you've just actually got a comment in chat there from Hayden Brown, and then this is what he says. Could you just read that for us?
Oh, Selena looking good tonight. Yeah, her hair looks pretty thick. Haven't been to a hairdresser in about 14 years.
Wow, Selena Spain looking thick AF. And, look what we got here. It's my brother from another mother, none other than Recap. Dave, Recap, are you able to... Oh, there you are. Let's bring them on through. And it's the trifecta. It's the three known suspects from the TV ad. Did you see the $1 million promo that got produced by the New Zealand government to keep our show on the air?
Pardon?
Yeah, watch this, buddy. Watch the screen, okay? Here, you're in the show promo. There you are.
That's nice. Yeah, let's do it.
Guess who's on this other phone here? Oh, Jesus Christ, it's the show ended.
And there's an Apple phone.
I'm talking live on the radio. Look, I'm talking live on the TV.
Hey,
Look, Jelly.
how you doing? We're here
Good to
live
talk.
on the
You
TV
could
with
talk.
Recap Dave, live streaming to an audience of literally thousands upon thousands. Hey, Recap Dave, you're looking sharp as fuck. You're actually looking like you've been hanging out in New York City. Maybe you've crossed over to Brooklyn. Tell me, why are you looking so excellent? What did you do?
I feel good. I feel all right.
Okay, cool. Well, we need to update your image on the fucking promo because you got that New York, you got that New York vibe, man. Like, tell me, like, if you had the chat, you gotta keep it on. We need you to keep it on, man.
No, I'll just do my hair up. I'll just comb my hair.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, because
I have a story from New York.
I don't think the hair needs combing if it's under the
Yeah,
hat.
you got the New York vibe all right up.
Yeah,
it's Brooklyn.
Yeah,
You
so
look- see,
Dave, yeah. I'm loving the vibe now. When you go over to when you're spending time in New York, like, are you eating? What kind of food are you eating, man? What kind of food have you had lately?
I've never been to New York. I haven't been there yet. I want to go there one day, but I'm probably getting too old to go there.
Oh,
No.
I don't know about that, man. Never say never.
Well,
You're
yeah,
looking
I'm-
actually. I've
I'm
seen
nearly-
like a
I'm nearly
100-year-old guy.
70. I'm nearly 70.
Nah, don't give me that horse shit. Don't talk to me about that kind of malarkey. I wouldn't believe it for a minute. Hey, Selena Spain.
I'm
Yeah.
14. Listen, I'm 14 and a half years from 70.
Okay, hey, now, well, yeah, you're closer to 60, so I think you're about
Yep.
a generation out of your counting there.
Yep.
Hey, now, tell me about this one here. Selena Spain, what have you got? Have you got lighting or something?
Is it too bright?
You
Is it
tell
too much?
me. What are your thoughts? Does it
Well-
look like your face is overexposed a little bit? You kind of look like Casper the Friendly. You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you
Well,
think she looks like Casper the Friendly?
okay, I'll swap the
Or
light.
is she just regularly quite a fair complexioned woman? Or is it the webcam? I hate to grill you, Selena Spain, but it is fun for me to.
Yeah, it's fun for you to pick on me.
right.
Well, I've got
Go
one for you, champ. I've got one for you. This is for all the guys. This is from Ashton Kutcher and what happens in Vegas in relation to the Moxie guest before.
Yep, Moxie.
Yeah,
101.
listen.
We had her on. She's brilliant. Here we
This
go.
is-
This
yeah,
is who we're
that's-
talking about.
Yeah, because you poor guys, you have to put up with a few moods and
Can
stuff.
you mute the TVs, Julian, so I can hear the talkback?
Or maybe you can go. Are you able to go into a different room there? Replay.
No, he's going to mute it. He'll mute it. Mute
Oh,
it.
that is so. What's
It's
the
good now.
word?
It's better. Good.
kind and helpful.
That is nice.
That's
So
awesome.
having my coffee doesn't work without coffee, they'd say.
No, it
Doesn't-
doesn't. Okay, so Selena Spain, what were you talking about? Go right on with. We got the TV off. So your story there, you were talking about the Moxie co-founder, of course, earlier on the show. It was a great show, and
It was
and you
great,
know,
but
right now you're on the Benny Mack show. Boom.
Yeah, so it just triggered.
Okay, Selena, you're dying to tell us
Yeah,
your opinion, and we're not quite letting you, are we?
No, they're very like.
Okay, now you go. I'm gonna stop.
So guys, some not all, some of you probably generally roll your eyes at women's moods and behavior, but Ashton Kutcher said in what happens in Vegas with Cameron Diaz, he's just like real dry and he's like, on the 4th week the bill arrives.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's true. On the 4th week, the bill arrives. Fair enough. Okay, well, yeah. Now let's not get into it. That's why I didn't really crack any jokes about that whole discussion there, because that's not really sort of part of that's good. I think it's important to have feminine hygiene products available for women in nations where it's not readily available, where there is improper access to that kind of thing. And what a brilliant woman, a real powerhouse and innovator, and finding success at a young age, sort of having that young unbridled ambition and really pursuing that vision and being a leader, using those leadership skills that she developed as a youngster and turning it into that product, and then sticking with it. I like to call that intuitiveness. It's really that situation where you're creating this you're optimizing the situation. But we're having a good old we have got 2 people watching over on the Chapel Bar and Bistro channel on Facebook. If you're watching over there, good on you. Thanks for coming on through. We appreciate you for coming on through. There's other places you can watch this too. There's lots of other places. Too many. Some say too many places. Some say not enough. But I wonder. Oh, what's the link? Oh, buddy, you're feeling out in the cold. Oh, Hey Dog's out in the cold. It's an absolute travesty. Yeah, that's a real shame. So we're going to try and get him in here. He wasn't even in the ad. He's going to probably have issues with that. It's going to be a shit fight. We've got so many characters in the script. We've got so many characters in the script. I can barely keep up with them. I'm glad that we've got. What's this? She looks way too white.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, well, that's a
Well,
bad thing these days. Being white.
I'm in a location where I'm not used to being under these lights, and I know they're like intense. So that's why I'm making.
Oh, here we go. The man of the minute. Here we go. Hey, buddy, how you doing? Welcome on board. Thanks for joining us. Hey, sorry I didn't manage to put you in the promo, mate.
Hey guys, how are you? No, it's all good. But I think the tampon
Thane was a bit angry too. I think Thane was angry. Sophia was angry. A lot of angry people. Bomber fucking went off at me for me not putting him in the goddamn promo, and I said to him I had to put the real sort of all the 3 maniacs in the promo.
Yeah, for sure. I need to be in there because the tampon chick is into me.
Put on the Brooklyn hat recap, Dave. You got to show it off, man. We need
In a
you to
minute.
look. We need you to look as young as possible because we need to get more of the youth that are watching because they've got
We should have
resources.
Puma in the promo.
We should have him in a little cage and a webcam set on him 24 hours because we could try and turn it into a revenue source.
Hey, Selena.
I'm always trying to create a business.
Hey.
Selena Spain, I think you guys should have a quick catch up.
Yeah, I was going to say that the lady from Moxie, what an excellent demeanor, businesswoman. Yeah, like very driven, very inspiring for up and coming women that want to get into business. I think like she'd be great.
Yeah, she was good. I liked her.
Yeah, I think she'd be great to speak in schools to girls, and
But
I think teenagers need a lot of support. So some people like that to go into schools and speak to the classes. But obviously, a lot of us can't be.
obviously, it's going to be a very difficult business to get into.
Yeah. And
Because,
to be honest, those products are very expensive until recent years when I think the Countdown brand, they what do they do? They have their own branding. It's not like a lesser quality, but they have way more affordable products available then because
they should be cheap because it's like a necessity for females.
and
So
the
how much
supermarkets
do they
are so
usually like?
expensive anyway. Everything in New Zealand is expensive.
Is this chick's product? Because I said it was cheap because I used to think they were like $15, $16.
Yeah, it
And his was like
depends.
$5.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, like there's different products, different needs, and maybe I need to maybe Google her, but I'm sure I've seen her products in New Zealand supermarkets.
And so what do you think of nappies for men?
Is that for when like 70, 80 years old? Incontinence nappies?
No, well, I created my own. I created my own product
Right. You did?
about 7 years ago.
Where are they?
Eh?
Are you going to pitch it to us?
What was the brand name that you traded under or that you were marketing them under?
Nappies for men.
All right.
Like man nap. Take a man nap. Is that kind of like?
Yeah.
No, it's on YouTube, bro. You can see the video. And basically,
perfect.
what it was.
What I need you to do is get the link and put it into chat.
Okay, I'll do that. You can
Okay,
you put
great.
it up on?
So this is going to be perfect. This is an innovation. We are talking all kinds of feminine hygiene, masculine hygiene,
Absorbency products.
absorbency, all different kinds of products. I mean, there was that. There was this movie about this this NASA astronaut that drove across country on some mad dog sort of maniac run, and she was wearing NASA pants, which are basically Have you heard of the Depends brand? It's a Depends brand because you can depend on them. They're a brand of nappies for adults. They're used to contain accidents. We've all been there. You never know. I mean, maybe you've had a cheeky vindaloo and had too much spice the night before or something like that. I'm not going to hold it against you. That is.
Is this the white pants story?
We're going to bring back old mate Recap. Dave, what were your thoughts, mate? Have you ever needed to use nappies as a man or just as a baby?
No, I can't remember wearing nappies, but my younger brother, I think I can remember him in nappies. He was a year and 5 months younger than me. I can't remember. He might have worn nappies when I was like 3. He might have been toe or something. Don't remember.
Okay, so what I'm saying is you don't have any problems where you might just shit yourself.
No. You haven't
Okay,
made me
well,
that
that's always
scared yet.
helpful.
You haven't made me that scared yet.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so Hayden, what's your thought ethos? What sort of
What do I-
ethos are you running?
I've got the link for the video. How do I send it to you?
Just put the link into the private. Oh no, we just lost old recap. Just put the
Private
link in
chat.
the private. Yeah,
I
that's
see
the
it.
one. That's how you do it. I've got it here. And so I'm going to open the link in a new tab. La-di-da-di-dee. This is as easy as pie. You could do it with your eyes closed. Of course, you wouldn't get a lot done, but theoretically, it could be done if you bashed at the keyboard long enough. There we go. Oh, nappies for men. Yeah, man. You're a man of your word.
The campaign, I wanted it to be.
Hang on. So are we starting from that time code that you've provided, are we?
Nah, I started from the beginning. But it's kind of annoying because I used to be handsome.
Yeah, well, it's always a disappointment. I mean, I don't know what became of you, my guy, but you're definitely
Started from the
you're
beginning.
definitely 10 times more beautiful in this video. No, I'm joking, man. Now, look, so this is a whole campaign. This is like a 5-minute long video.
Yeah.
Maybe we go from the time code. We'll go from the time code, eh?
No, because you're gonna miss the whole premise of the thing.
Okay, let's just go. Should we play the whole thing? I don't know if we can really play the whole thing down.
We started with the campaign. I wanted it to be different from what was out there with the other nappy ads with the blue liquid.
Oh, the blue liquid. He's still talking about the blue liquid. This is a big red flag for me, guys. I don't know if this is appropriate. Well, I've even got production staff in the thing sending private chats saying, "Get it off the fucking screen." We've just had a genuine, proper, factual conversation with an international guest, and you're up here trying to
Okay, so I'll
picture
basically
shitty
break it.
nappies for men.
I'll break it down for you, the video.
Hang on. I think we've got it here. We've got it here. Did I lose it? I fucking lost it. All right. Here we go. Can you guys hear
I was in
it?
Queenstown with a girlfriend, and after about 2 hours of her getting ready, we finally left the hotel on our way up to the mountain. We got all the way past Shot of a Jet and just a bit further along the road, and I had to pull the car over and tell her that I just tried to do a fart and it's pushed through the barrier, and I've shit myself.
Oh,
She
man.
was pretty good about it. She just said, go back to the hotel, have a shower, get yourself some new undies. But on the way back to the hotel, that's when I came up with the idea of nappies for men. So I came up with the name Nappies for Men. It was designed at catering to men over the age of 18 and over. And we went from small for the Chinese community all the way to triple XL for Samoans, Papua New Guineans, and Pacific Islanders.
Okay, racist. Hey, nice try of getting that through on the show, mate, but it's not going to fly here.
It was alright 7 years ago. 7 years ago, it wasn't too
You
racist.
couldn't get away with it 7 years ago with a straight face, mate. Let alone today. We
What
don't
did you
want
say,
to get
what?
done
What did the
to
guys
terms.
that got cut off say that was racist?
I don't know. Don't remember.
He said that Asians are skinny and that Islanders are fat.
No,
Did you hear
I didn't
that?
say they were fat. I said that they had triple XL nappies.
Is that what he said? What was racist?
He was race baiting. He was race baiting.
Did you hear my friend's
If
question?
that's where the video starts.
Did you hear my friend's question? Did you
I
hear my
wasn't
friend's
race-baiting.
question,
You
Benny?
know, this whole week I have never
Highly
gone up to one
inappropriate.
Asian
We've
person
got,
and said,
this is a
"Are
lefty
you in
show.
Squid
This is
Game?"
a leftist
Did you
Hey,
actually
listen to
hear
the
my
show.
friend's question? Did you hear my friend's question?
Not the guy in the background. No, can you get him
He,
to
he
ask him to
asked,
repeat it?
it wasn't me that said that. He said, what did he say that was racist or something?
Yeah, exactly.
And you overheard that. That wasn't me talking. That was Julian talking.
Well, Julian is a legend, and
Julian-
There he
I
is.
think-
Say hello, Julian. Take the phone.
In 8 out of 10 assaults, I was kicked by Pacific Islanders.
exactly,
Pacific.
exactly.
Exactly.
He
So saying the video is
antagonizes.
not
He
racist.
antagonizes. That's why he antagonizes when he's drunk.
Exactly.
When
And,
he's drunk, he antagonizes anyone.
and if it was
They just don't put up with his rubbish. That's all. The Pacific Islands. They tell him what they think of.
You put your cat Puma on the internet. A lot of people say, "Hey, what breed is it?" That's racist. You know, like don't assume Puma's breed when he's put on YouTube.
Don't
I think you
assume
mean
it's
species.
What
mate,
breed did I
or,
say? Did I say he was a puma?
No, I'm talking about other people.
It's called.
What breed do they think he is?
It's called a Bisnian because he's a tabby, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah.
What's a tabby? What's a tabby?
Well, everyone just thinks, oh yeah, it's just a tabby, but like it's a Abyssinian tabby, I think.
Is that is he actually a pure breed?
Oh, I don't know, but there must be just counterfeit tabbies as well.
Yeah, I think he's a real cat. He looks like a real cat, doesn't he? And he looks like a real colours, real proper colours.
Exactly. He's
Yeah,
real colours. And people are saying on the internet that he's got fake colours.
Wow,
No.
that's horrible.
I think he's got.
Exactly.
I think he's got some real breed.
Say that about cats.
Yeah.
I think he's from a genuine breed. What single breed?
I agree with you.
Single breed of
Female?
cat.
Single male.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter if they got together.
No, I don't think he's been neutered.
Doesn't matter. People can be neutered, non-neutered on the internet.
Does he
And
like
Puma's about 8 or 9 now. 8 or 9.
Apparently they have lifespan 10 to 15 years.
Yeah.
People shouldn't be judging him.
Yeah.
He always looks very proud when he's sitting there on the camera there with you.
He looks proud.
Yes.
Oh,
just
it
like,
is on the internet.
nice.
Well, I'm
ears.
not at home at the moment. I'm at my friends.
Okay.
Exactly.
Well, but the other times we've had a cameo from Puma. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it's been nice to have a cameo. Yeah.
Should be allowed to talk about men's nappies.
Oh.
No, that's stupid. You talk about anything. Don't talk about
Alex,
that.
Millions of
Men
other
shouldn't have
subjects
men
that we're
nappies.
talking about.
Is it for urinating or for pooing in or both?
Well,
Does it stop
some
urine?
men, like,
Do
eco-friendly.
men's nappies stop urine?
Yeah, they stop urine, but
Do
the
they-
main thing is to
Do they
stop the
catch? If you urinated enough, that wouldn't catch all the urine, would it?
Of course it would.
Yeah.
No, it wouldn't.
They
It's
specially
urine.
designed it, bro.
Can they catch about a half a litre of water?
Yeah, because they have like a special gel inside there that's water activated and it turns from powder to gel.
Well, I might have to buy them in about 10 years because I'm starting to having difficulty holding my urine very long.
Stop that now in case there's
Can you do me a
spills.
favor, David, and just move
No,
it?
I can still urinate, but I can't hold it too long. I can't hold it for too long. So I might urinate myself if I if I didn't have nappies in about 5 years' time.
You're excused. You're excused.
Can you do me I'm going to need nappies right now. Dave, can you just move the camera away from your face a little bit?
Yeah.
Because
So,
if your urine
Benny?
is coming out blue, then you need it.
Hang on a second.
Why blue? Why would the urine come out blue? That's not urine. It's a t-shirt.
Because that's the colour that we tested them on.
Well, how can urine come out blue?
It doesn't. That's how we do the ads.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. Are you selling them?
Look,
Are you selling the nappies?
no, he took the piss.
Are you marketing them?
Yes. Yes, I haven't got one customer yet. But I
Are
am
adults
selling
buying them? Are there many adults that need them?
At the moment, I have one customer, but we've had a lot of positive.
Well, this is good
feedback.
advertising now. Pardon?
We've had a lot of positive feedback.
Say again.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, it's good. I have never heard of them. I think if I needed them, I'd definitely buy some. But what's the brand? What do you call themselves? What do you call yourself?
Nappies for men.
Nappies for men. And where could you buy them online, or can you buy them at a supermarket? Where do you buy them?
You should
Well,
buy them
never
from a
sold one
wholesaler.
yet.
Don't
But
buy
you-
them from
You
anywhere
have
else.
to message me and say that you want to buy one, and then I'll organise it.
You can organise it. Yeah. Now, does a wholesaler is a what's cheaper, a supermarket or wholesaler?
Wholesaler. I
Oh,
guess.
okay.
I don't know.
The nappies for men, or I haven't sold them to anyone.
Yeah.
You just have to.
And do you make them? What can I ask you? Do you make them out of cotton like the traditional babies nappies, or are they made out of that stupid stuff that the treasures are made out of? What sort of stuff do you make them out of?
Oh, we make them out of rugby league shorts.
Oh, okay.
We put gaffer
Because
tape on
I think the original cotton ones are much better. Can you wash them? Or are they disposable?
Both.
Do you have I'd have washable ones because I don't like disposable ones. I think they're a waste of the planet. They pollute the planet. Landfill and everything. They're very bad. Yeah, it costs a lot of money and
then you put the gaffer tape on them. And then if you're going to wash them, your gaffer tape's not going to be as good. But
what's not going to be as good?
You guys
say that again. No, I want to hear that. If you wash them, what?
He's talking absolute hogwash.
Because it costs a lot. Because it costs a lot to buy the rugby league shorts.
Yeah. Okay. I think you
then we put the
obviously
gaffer tape around
insane.
But then, you pay more for them, but you can wash them, and you probably want to sell disposable ones and keep selling them, but it's better to sell ones more expensively that people can wash, that they can buy.
I hear what you're saying,
They
Dave.
need
And I
Yeah,
guess you could.
100%.
What you could do is
That's
you
what
could
we're
just
trying
use
to do,
a
mate.
cloth. And
People say we're racist. We're not racist. It's a
So
common.
this aloe. See that? Aloe. So aloe is for.
Anyway, so these
common
these are
fact
basically
that Asian men have smaller legs than Pacific Island men. That's all we're saying.
Okay.
Say that again. I can't hear you. I'm a bit deaf.
So what we've got here is just on the screen. Can you see the screen? We've got these
So I
examples.
want to hear Benny. I want to hear him. I can't hear him. His voice isn't as loud as yours. My friend's on a phone call. I have to mute it. I better go now. I'm talking
Okay,
too
thanks.
loud. I'm talking too loud.
Okay, good night. Okay, great. Okay, what a fucking excellent show. These guys are real bloody intellects, and I tell you the caliber of the conversation is just really is right up there, and I'm impressed. I'm impressed.
Thought
by
provoking.
the humor The humor is incredible as well.
Mm.
But yeah, I mean, on that note, yes, there are nappies for men. Whether or not he has genuinely produced them,
Yeah,
of
or not.
course not.
No.
The moment he typed it in chat the first time, it read as a joke. The fact that he's got a YouTube video from 7 years ago,
Dated.
that speaks. That speaks volumes. That speaks volumes about this guy's state of mind, his sanity, and his reality. He's trying to tell and sell poor Recap Dave. Look, Recap Dave's going to believe anything you tell him, the poor guy.
Why?
And yet Hayden's over here trying to sell him a pair of rugby shorts with the legs gaffer taped in. Hayden, you're out of control, mate. You're a fucking lunatic. What's your problem? You're a madman. You're trying to sell Dave a pair of fucking rugger shorts and pass them off as fucking a commercial product. It sounds like a scam.
I've been trying to get this business going for 7 years, mate. He's the first person who's ever been into it.
Okay. Well, your business is
I
going
hear what
really
you're
well.
I hear what you're saying. It is hard to get a product off the ground. But what are your thoughts about these? I was trying to explain to him that there are actual proper adult diapers. There's some pretty good ones. And,
Yeah, there are.
And why wouldn't you steer him in this direction? I mean, he needs our help. He looks to us as the younger generation that might know a little bit more about the future and what it holds with technology. Why can't you steer him in the direction of a dependable set of nappies? Look, Ego Sand, number 5, Ego Sand Maxi Adult Diaper. There's all different strengths. You can go 1, 2, 3, and 4. It's got the non-woven leg caps. It's got
That's what kind of sucks, because they've all stolen the idea
they're
from me.
breathable. This is great. These are great products. You should have had a more innovative pitch. I think again your pitch was lacking. Look, these have got aloe.
Good
this
graphics.
Ego Sand product. That old man's wearing nappies.
Benny, you obviously
Here we
haven't.
go. Number four. It is a Solomon nappy.
Look comfortable.
Solomon incontinence
Look like,
underwear for women. This is
they
the
look like
women one. So you're just
products.
making nappies for men. We've
Good-
got
good
nappies.
design.
We've got bisexual nappies. They've got small,
I get
medium,
it
large.
now.
Women's hips don't lie. Sometimes they need a nappy for their
I
girth.
get it now.
Okay.
I get it.
So check this out. Check this out.
good
Number
editing.
3, Tenor Classic Adult Diapers for men. These are the man nap. They've got enough space in the front for all that junk and
I've
enough
actually
room
seen
out
these
back.
ones at Chemist Warehouse.
Yeah, well, these are really, really good. As you can
They
see,
sell
they're
these
a
at Chemist
protective
Warehouse.
underwear. They'll protect you from those nasty spills that, I mean, all of us go through it, you know.
I'm captivated by the editing. I think
We've all
it's
been
really
caught
good.
out. But I'm looking forward to this next product, number 2, Tranquility Premium Dow. It's a premium. It's one you can wear in bed overnight. It's got the blue leg gatherers that I like at number 2. This one here is the Tranquility Premium Overnight. It's got a nice peach minty scent and fragrant. It's got an absorbency capacity. It's made right here in the US of A. And but number 1 just makes me want to shit my pants, literally. It excites me, and it's made here by this Indonesian woman, and it is, of course, the premium overnight. Yeah, it's got 18.
Now.
Number 1, Depend Fit Flex for women. This is what I tell my mum to get. Depend Flex Fit for women. It's got enough room in your trunk. If you're thick as fuck, these are the ones for you. And yes, they've got the best fit. You can depend on them. They've got the maximum fit and the maximum fill. You're not going to shit your pants. You can go
31 to
jogging in
37.
them.
What,
You can go
what,
jogging
what,
in
what I should have done, Benny, is I should have got Joe Rogan to sell them on his podcast when I started it. I should have.
Yeah, well, I think you need to just sort of let that dream go by. You need to accept, my friend, that there is a big market out there. It is a big competitive market, and you've let the last over half a decade slip. I don't want to hear any more of your pitch. It was lacking from the get-go.
Hard to get a word in, isn't it?
What's happening in your world, Selena?
No, I
Spain?
think one day we'll all be there. We'll all be there buying those nappies, won't we? Yes, we will. So just go with it.
Well, maybe Selena, you could do my.
That's it. That's all you got to say.
You could watch my video, Selena, and then you could say the same thing, but do it in Spanish, and then we put it
The
out.
Spanish thing. Mixie's going to be calling you a man. Watch out for this guy.
Yeah.
He's a delusional dude. And he's got quality vision. What have you got there? Talk to us.
That's Australian, isn't it?
I got the Castle on DVD from my workmate today because it's a classic. It's a fucking classic. There's so many good lines that
I
come
know
out
one
of
line from it.
the Castle. Oh, one line, Selena.
One line. No, I've never seen it in full, but I know one line. See you around like a risol. Is that in it? Risol?
Yeah,
See
she's
you
like,
around
what
like a
is,
risol.
yeah, that's when the wife, because he's amazed what the wife's cooking. So the wife comes out with some rissoles, puts them down in front of him, and he's like, "What are these, doll?" She's like, "Rissoles." It's like bloody amazing. But my favorite line is, in Thailand they have kickboxing on telly 24 hours a day.
Day.
You have to watch it, Selena. So this will help with your English as well.
Yeah. Is my microphone loud enough, or do I talk too quietly?
No, you're all good. We can hear you.
Okay. Just checking. Okay, so what are you doing with the DVD? Like, is it not available on Netflix or any other streaming service?
You're such a hater.
What?
You're such a hater.
No,
Doesn't
I'm not
matter
a hater.
what.
I just don't see reason to have DVDs, CDs. Just take up space. But what I love about them more than anything is the artwork covers.
How else am I going to watch the bloody Castle, Selena?
Well, there must be a way to buy it online or transfer the DVD. Depends. You could transfer it over. Like back in the day, we used to transfer music from our CDs to Windows Media Player, and you could also transfer your movies over if you had enough disk space. Hayden.
So you're saying instead of putting the DVD into my player and watching it, I should put it into my player, watch it, but transfer it over to...
And then you can go and pop the DVD in storage, and you just have everything all nice and tidy in your computer, everything in its place. Thousands of files. You will just forget about them because you have so many files. But I don't know, if you want to keep the physical copy, sure.
It's not mine. I don't own it.
Oh, do you have a flatmate?
No, I got it from my workmate today at work.
Oh. Great. Great. Benny, what are you doing?
What?
What's Benny doing? Because, this is amused by us trying.
You guys
we're
are
trying
awesome.
so hard.
This is exciting times, guys.
This is us. We're not professionals like you, so we're struggling. We're struggling. But
I tell you, honestly, this show is an innovation of epic proportions. Innovative chat. That's Benny Mack. Recap Dave. Oh my God, it's Selena.
Beautiful, man.
exciting. Do we get paid for that?
You actually have to send money to the PayPal because we need funding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Send money now.
So are you going to
Yeah.
put that online? Have you shared that anywhere? Or just here?
No, that's I own that.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
not putting that out online for free.
Okay,
What do
so
you think this
share
is?
it. Yeah. You shared it across all the
What do you think
channels.
this is? I own that.
Damn,
That
Selena,
ain't going
you're
out for
like
free.
Selena.
You gotta
You've been
pay
in
me
the you've
for
been
that.
on the ad for 10 seconds and you're already wanting to get some money out of it.
Tell me about it.
No, I don't know how it works because I haven't been in ads. But yeah.
I'm not even on there.
Yeah, no.
You know?
Well, I
That's
am.
not an ad. That's a news item.
We
That's
need
a
to have
visualization of you inside my phone trying to get me.
but I think it's bloody brilliant, man.
Yeah. Are we allowed to do any self promo here?
Yeah, you can. Okay, you
You
ready
got
to
an
do a self
OnlyFans?
promo?
Oh, well, I tried to do some promo for Hayden, but
Okay,
apparently
hold that thought.
Okay.
Go still in your Spain.
Well, Hayden didn't want to talk about his cocoa business, so I'll talk about I'm too embarrassed. I can't because I only have 4 subscribers. So, but I've just started something, and this is for any noob who wants to start something. That just start. Don't say, "Oh, I'm not good enough." It's like, hello, just start, and then you get the momentum by beginning. So that's what I've done. What I'm getting at is, I just started getting back into editing videos and photography, and just mixing all my madness into it and putting it on YouTube. Yeah, and I was inspired by a kid actually to do it, and yeah. So yeah, I'm on YouTube.
Okay, well done, Selenia Spain. You have taken the energy and the power, and you have you've improvised, and I appreciate you.
What's the
This
link?
has been a fucking
Share the
excellent
link.
show. Who's enjoyed the show?
Share the
okay.
link, Selena. Get your link out there. Get your stuff
Yeah.
out there.
Well, Benny would share them to be really good because he's good at that stuff.
Oh,
You-
VLXT, thanks for that question. That's a great question. We have covered bloody
A lot of topics.
bunch of topics tonight. Because this is the idiot hour,
Section.
the first hour of the show. Those
A
guys
lot
are
of
fucking
topics.
intellect. So
Yeah.
I don't even know what they're
Yeah.
talking about half the time.
We are the
Really
nomads.
sad.
Selena,
I'm
put your
surrounded by
website and stuff out there.
morons.
Gosh.
I'm one of them. I'm one of them.
Well, you know what? Safety in numbers, right?
Yeah, exactly. Surround yourself by like-minded people, I reckon.
Yeah.
I mean, this guy here is trying to tell you to shit in your rugby shorts and put them in your fishing bike or no questions asked, and then he's trying to sell you, you know.
I'm kind of sad that you cut off Recap Dave because there was the first person that's ever been into.
He's
First
here.
person.
We've actually got him. Who's that? Are you back?
Lovely.
Yeah,
What the heck? How long have you been waiting for? I didn't realize you were
just
there.
a couple of minutes. Just a couple of minutes. But 1 minute? One and a half minutes?
Oh, not too bad. Not too bad. What's the update from your end of the line?
Excuse me, I just had some Coke. I had some of this lead. This is Sprite. This is zero no sugar Sprite. The gas in the Sprite made me burp. Just to know.
It's not a problem. You don't need to explain the whole life story of every single thing that
It's got
happened.
his hands on inside out. Look.
Oh, Dave.
He's
We
got
don't
his
need
pants
to see
inside
that.
out.
What
Pants
a
inside out.
nice bum.
Super tag.
I think that's possibly that's probably all right.
Nappies for men, second.
The tag's inside out. That means his pants are inside out.
Yeah, well, that's what you do. I mean, maybe he's been wearing them for a while
His
and he
track-
needed to
track
turn them
pants, track
inside out
pants.
to use
The
a
track
cleaner area. It's a cleaning thing. You can get a new clean area if you switch them inside out. Yeah, like
He doesn't want to be on
he doesn't
TV.
want to be involved. Yeah, that's all right. Yeah, no worries. We couldn't really see you there anyway, buddy. We appreciate recap, Dave. We appreciate you for calling in, but leave your cohorts out of it. But of course, they don't need to be, involved to some extent, do they?
No.
Not unless they want to be.
He can talk. I'll get him to talk to you. Do you want to talk to them, Jill?
Yeah,
He's a bit shy. He doesn't like publicity. He thinks he's on TV and everything. He thinks he's
Yeah, well, that's no problem whatsoever. We've only got a handful of people viewing this broadcast anyway.
Yep.
We do get replay viewers.
Yep.
But I mean, hey, Dave, you're the guy that calls in. You're the professional. You've been doing this for how many years? Being a pro.
Me?
Yeah, don't you call in other shows and stuff like that? And
I've
radio
talked on Talkback for probably 30 years. I rang up Ewing Stevens. I rang up Ewing Stevens probably first in 1992. And Alan Dick, I rang Alan Dick a few times in 1993. Remember, you for the next 4 hours, you can say anything you like because this is the Alan Dick Show.
Incredible.
Have you ever met Paul Holmes?
Who's your favorite guy?
I have no idea what he's talking about, but that is incredible.
They used to say that. They used to say it. They say for the next 3.5 hours or the next 4 hours, the next 3.5 hours, you can say anything you like because this is the Alan Dick Show.
Okay, tell us some more stories about what you talked about when you called people.
Alan Dick, he got Driver magazine. He was editor of Driver magazine, very successful magazine. He's still alive. He's in Southland somewhere. He's on Facebook. Alan Dick, he's a really good guy. He's one of my friends on Facebook. A really nice guy, really genuine and interested in people. Really a nice guy, you know. And so was Ewing Stevens. He's now 95. He's a very pleasant, very nice man, very good guy, you know.
Does he wear Depends adult nappy diapers?
No, I don't know. I don't
ask him. Have you got his number?
I phoned him up for the first time in 2 years to wish him happy 95th birthday on the 28th of October. Now, I just found his number. I just found his number, and it was at 9:45 when I found his number. I phoned him at 10 to 10. It was very late, but he had a good evening with his younger brother and his daughter.
Ask him, next time you talk to him, ask him what nappy.
He had a nice meal, a party with us, and it was just about to go to bed. Pardon? Ask him if he wears diapers. No, I think that could be a personal.
I'll give you a
subject.
discount on the.
No, don't ask him. Don't say, do you wear diapers? Just say, what brand of diapers do you wear?
No, that's very personal. I don't.
Just ask for a. Do you mind if I ask you for a recommendation?
I don't think many adults wear them. I don't think they need them. I don't think people. I actually don't think. I mean, old people probably do, but I don't think very many do. You know, I think
it's a great way to keep warm in the winter. It's an alternate way of heating.
So, would you wear them to keep warm, or would you wear them to hold your feces and your urine?
Don't say that. Don't say that, man. We're over time. Technically, we shouldn't actually still be broadcasting. We're over time. and you come in here and say that those.
I
words.
didn't say hold your pose. Hold your pose.
Stop saying those
Sorry.
words, man.
Sorry.
We're trying to keep this.
I didn't say that. I
Did
didn't
you ever
say that.
You're on full screen, man.
Did you ever talk to
So-
Simon Barnett and Phil Gifford?
Pardon? Did I ever phone them?
Yeah, Simon Barnett.
No, I
and
never
Man, we
phoned
should
them.
be a political show.
Yeah.
Gifford for
I
me.
just
You listen to them. I listen to Phil Gifford and Simon Beermint. What's his name? Simon
Barnett.
Barnett. Yeah, Barnett. Yeah. Yep.
Because
Hey,
a
have
lot
you
of
got a
people
quick-
were ringing
Now
in.
Simon Barnett's
saying-
with another guy and replaces Phil Gifford.
Golly.
It's another guy that sounds like Simon Barnett. He's a good guy. The other guy, I forgot his name, the new guy on the
I got a lot of
afternoon
tips
show.
from their show.
This is on the afternoon show on ZB.
Yeah, so what I started to do is I started to get the 1.5 litre bottles of Coke
Yeah.
and stuff like that, and I'd fill them with water, and then I'd put them in the garden so the dogs wouldn't come around and piss in the garden.
Yeah.
And I got that from listening to the Simon Barnett and Phil Gifford show.
Yeah.
So, did you get into the same stuff, or?
Well, I heard someone told me that it doesn't work. It was just some sort of old wives' tale that they thought that would work. It never really did anything. It probably made them piss more on your garden and stuff.
Probably anti-vaxxers.
No, well, I don't know. Yeah, so I don't know. But someone said that it doesn't. That it's just a myth that it might work. But
Did you talk to Bryce Russell at like 2:00 in the morning, or?
Me?
Yeah,
Who was Bryce Russell? When was he on?
2:00 in the morning.
On what show? On what show? On ZB or Radio
ZB.
Live?
Yeah, it was on ZB.
How many years ago?
For the last 5 or 6 years.
I've never heard. No, that's Bruce Russell, not Bryce Russell. Bruce Russell. Yeah, I talked to Bruce Russell. Yeah, I didn't know. I couldn't recognise your name when you said Bryce. It's Bruce Russell.
Yeah, sorry, it's totally different.
Yeah. I talked to Bruce. Yeah, he's a good guy. Bruce is a really good man. He's got a lot of time for people. He's very good. So is Tim Beveridge and Jim Sneddon. They're on the early morning. I only really ring up on the early morning, so I don't think they really let me on. In the late evening, they let me on Miles Davis show sometimes. The Nutters Club, but I ring that after 1:00 in the morning. 12 o'clock at night. 12 to 1.
What do you think of Bryce Russell?
Bruce Russell.
Yeah, what do you think of Bruce Russell?
He's good. I like him. He's good.
What do you talk to him about?
Oh, anything. He's very intelligent. Bruce has got a lot of brains, you know. He doesn't put up with idiots. If you're not a very pleasant person, he doesn't want to know you. But he likes politeness. He wants you to speak well, talk with good language. Try your best to hold a conversation. If you're talking rubbish and he cuts people off if they talk absolute rubbish and are denigrating and rude and vulgar. And so does Tim Beveridge. He doesn't like. He can handle a bit of foul language, but he doesn't put up with rat bags and people that talk absolute rubbish, you know. And none of the broadcasters will put up with the anti-vaccinators because that's not their news. Talk ZB is to promote vaccination because we need as many people as possible to be vaccinated. People that are talking that absolute rubbish are fools and are twisted individuals that are delusional and crazy and read stuff on Facebook that is absolute garbage, you know. I'm trying not to swear.
Probably out there buying bloody men's nappies.
Pardon?
These people that Bruce Russell is not letting on the internet, they're probably out there buying men's nappies as we speak.
No, there's too many delusional nutcases out there, and this is the thing. They need the people that are anti-vacciners. I've actually gone on radio and said they actually need very, very strong medication so that they're not delusional, and they should be put on huge injections if they don't want vaccinations. Then complain about the vaccination. You're just fools and you're idiots and you're crazy and you're nutcases and you need strong medication. And I don't need strong medication because of all those idiots.
Yeah. What do you reckon, Selena?
They make me angry. They're fools. And they should be on the strong medication, not me.
I think.
Yeah.
Are they doing the mobile?
I've had both my vaccinations. They didn't do a single thing of harm to me, but I'm on strong medication and I don't want all that shit. I'm pro-vaccination, but I'm not pro people drugging people up for the sake of it to turn people into absolute nutcases, and then they should be on it, not me. I shouldn't be on it. They should be on it. Everyone in this country should be on it, but me.
Well,
they make me that angry that I need it, and it doesn't work. That's why I'm yelling now.
Mm. You're upset.
Yeah,
We hear you.
Yeah, and the doctors think, oh, that's why he needs it, because he yells his head off like an absolute crazy person. That's the only reason. That's the only thing that makes me really angry is they're drugging me up against my will.
David
So you're angry at the. So you're
it doesn't
you're
do
getting
anything.
medicated. You're getting medicated, but you don't want to.
Yeah, I'm being drugged up against my will on injections that I don't want.
What are you taking?
I'm not talking about vaccinations. I'm pro that, but I've been on psychiatric injections for the last 20 years. They haven't done anything but make me yell my head off and have turned me into an absolute nutcase, and I don't like it.
It's a side effect, isn't it?
Yeah, well,
They don't even work. They only work when you want them to, and they don't even. It's a complete game, and they get paid by the government to turn people into nutcases. And as long as they're getting paid, that's all they want,
Yeah, they're quite easily right out.
let's hear you on that.
Antidepressants.
And I'm on a strong injection, and that's what I don't want.
Right.
It's a
How often do you have to have it?
I'm fighting to get off that shit because it doesn't do a single
Does
thing.
your family know all about this?
And I want to turn now. I want to say something.
Okay. No, I don't want you to talk.
I want to.
He wants to say. What do you want to say?
And I was on an injection because I hit my mother on her thigh holding using a butt, and they locked me up for a month. And then while I was locked up in mental hospital for 1 month, my mother fell over and injured herself and was hospitalised. So they let me out because they found out it wasn't me that was injuring her. And then David, tell them about how you get off an injection.
What?
How do you stop them from injecting you?
Yeah, they were giving him a injection at this centre called the Taylor Centre, and there was this female nurse and the male nurse, and he took out a dildo, pretending to shove it up his bum, when they were going to give him the vaccination of his bum, his injection of his bum, and then they stopped giving him the injection because of that, and then they took him to court over that as well. Yeah, they got security guards when he had to come to see them there all the time because they didn't trust him because he took out a dildo and he was just doing it as a joke so he wouldn't be given an injection again, and it worked. They stopped giving it to him.
He's lying to all of
you. That's a lot of information.
Thank you so much for that story. Thank you very much. And man, oh man, that story was an incredible story. And this show has been an incredible show. You have been watching Talkback with Thane Sophia. We've had a huge sort of a huge bunch of guests on the show tonight. We've had Selena Spain, we've had Hayden, and of course we've had Recap Dave sort of recounting some pretty harrowing experiences there. Of course, ending with the incredible dildo story. I appreciate you for sharing that dildo story with us. Although it sounds, in one hand, horribly frightening, on the other hand, it sounds incredibly hilarious. Now, we're going to wrap the show up with Recap Dave. I think you've said so much on the night's show. I'm not going to ask for a final thought, but did you want to give like a blessing or any knowledge?
I just want to apologise for yelling on the screen, so that any of your audiences that might have been frightened, or future audiences that might be frightened by that yelling, it's highly inappropriate to yell and get upset and blame medication. See, the people that are blaming vaccinations, what I was saying is, I'm not blaming vaccinations. I'm pro that. I had no side effects, but I just don't want to be on a constant monthly injection, because I think they're using it like water for the hell of it, for the sake of it, and it's really it doesn't do a lot. It just makes me calm when I'm calm, but when I'm angry, it makes me very angry.
Okay, Dave.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you so much for sharing that with us, man. We appreciate you so much. I'm going to let you go, okay? You have an excellent evening. And we hope it all works out well for you. And, of course, we will be here for you for the foreseeable future at this stage. So hopefully it all works out at both ends. And maybe
High five. High five, Dave.
See you later. Bye.
Bye-bye. And Selena Spain, how about you? How's your evening been? Did you enjoy the show? How's everything going?
Yeah, I've got a flurry of ideas for guests, and anyway, talk about that another time. But I think
Okay, great.
No, I'm not finished. I've got something else to say, just real quick. I think the medication is playing havoc on his emotions, but he shouldn't feel bad about being angry. There's nothing wrong with expressing.
Exactly.
He felt
I
free
agree.
to get it out, you know.
I agree. Nothing wrong with expressing that roarest of emotions. Thanks, Selena Spain. You take care now. And Hayden, man, oh man, unfortunately we couldn't get Puma on the show for you tonight. Maybe some other time.
Yeah. No, it was a good show, but yeah, I'm kind of like with the other guys. It's like once he started saying about this, that he's getting medicated that against his will, like I stopped to try and be funny and think, we've got to sort this shit out, man. Help him out.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here first. We've got to help this guy out.
If what he's saying is true, then it's kind of dodgy, yeah.
Well, man, oh man, I am not one that purports to know how the medical system works, but I know that it works in weird and mysterious ways.
But it was still a good show. I think the whole show was good.
Unbeknownst to me, but it is only once you have a clear and reasonable understanding of the way that medicines are dispensed by whom and how and why that you can crack the code. And you're going to be watching an excellent TV. You enjoy that. Thanks, Hayden, for your time.
Yeah. Cheers, bro.
Okay, well, man, oh man, this show had it all. Some political talk, some innovative products designs, and some absolute malarkey. And of course, some passionate speeches and some information sharing, and a bit of insight at the end there about the state of New Zealand mental health care and the likes. But hopefully I'm sure that our guests have got things happening for them in wonderful ways, and they're going to work it out. Surely, man, oh man, it's definitely above my pay grade to do the mental arithmetic on this one. But man, oh man, we're going to keep Recap Dave here on the show, and of course he's on the promo. We're going to run the promo one more time because man, oh man, we spent $80,000. It's live streaming in HD video. Be inspired. Be the show. Exciting times. That's the show. I just want to take a quick opportunity to thank the presenters. Thank you, Sophia, Mantel, Luke Dello, and of course your brother Benny Mack, and the guests that we had on the show. Weren't they great? Thanks, Bomber and Mia. This show that you've just finished watching here is called Talking Smack with Benny Mack, and we're done for the evening. Ka kite!